Alrighty, welcome to episode 12 of the CFB Headlines podcast with Chandler. We are here a week or so after our last episode, which was pre-NFL draft. Now we're back post-NFL draft. And the Atlanta Falcons might be back too, baby. We might.
We finally did it.
Some people are saying that they're a little too light to, they need to get some muscle. But I said, I don't care. You could put a blindfold on me and you could just, whoever Roger Goodell says, if the position was edge, I don't care who it was. I was content with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, James Pierce Jr. and Jalen Walker.
That was one of my favorite drafts, maybe ever. That might have been my favorite draft of all time for the Falcons. Especially because I was there. Like, that was...
You called it. You
draft,
called the pick on the last video, actually.
Well, a thing or two. No, just kidding. I can't believe that he actually fell to us because that whole 2 weeks, everybody was saying, Jalen's not making it past 8. Jalen's not making it past 9. All that, and he fell all the way to 15. I cannot believe that, and I love the James Pierce pick too. Having a player that you love and trading up to go get him after, we've had gripes about this team drafting after the first round, especially. I mean, they found a player that they liked, not only, on the field, but off the field. Or maybe, there were concerns, whatever, the NFL teams will find the littlest stuff.
Who? The
James
Georgia
Pierce.
guy?
No, James Pierce.
Oh.
They'll find the littlest things and make it a big deal. I can't really speak on it because I don't know exactly what it is.
I didn't hear about that at all. I mean,
Yeah, they said that, and this is all, hearsay, but they said that he didn't, he didn't always give 100% effort, and that was his off the field issues and stuff like that. But I'm just happy to have him in the building. I really like what Raheem's building in Atlanta, not just on the field, but off, with the culture and everything about the team. Whenever he first got hired, that was the one thing that I had harped on, was the culture that he could bring to this team. And he's done that from day one, and he's continued to do it. And I think he's going to continue to do it. And I'm just glad he's here. I love this team. I love how they're building this roster. They're actually addressing needs.
You know what I am going to say, though? If Urbach does not have a top 10 defense in the league next year after his little son did his Frank call with Shador, there may be some commotion in Rome, Georgia, the Berry College.
That was crazy. I couldn't believe that happened there.
I mean, you got to be stupid enough to get the number and then play chicken and poke your friend into doing it and then record it with your face. How many? I mean, the things I would have got stopped at was even getting Shador's phone number. I mean, I wouldn't even bother. I mean, It cost your dad $100K. It cost Arthur Blank 2 pennies. But I mean, dude, the video you told your friend to take, this was all their grand scheme idea. Some negative IQ right there.
Even if you do record a video, if you do it, don't post it on the burnerverse. That's the last.
No, you can't record it. You can't record it.
That's the last. I mean, you can record it. Just keep it. Don't ever post it.
I feel like that's impossible. I feel like that's impossible these days.
You can have it in your phone though, and you can be like, look what we did. Look what we did, and just have it as we did this thing. Have it in your Snapchat. Be like, yeah, look at this. We did this thing, right? Snapchat. But don't. The dumbest thing you could possibly do is to post that video. And I also want to say to everybody that's overreacting, saying that Ulbrich needs to be fired, is crazy to me. That is
No,
wild.
no.
He does not need to lose his job because his adult son decided to be an idiot. Like,
hey, Cooper DeJean did get prank called last year. He was a first-round pick.
There's so
and
many
they didn't do
this happened to.
They didn't do jack.
Like, obviously, he is a POS, right? It's a terrible thing to do.
Ashton
right?
Jeanty said he got prank called too.
It's a really bad thing to do, right? Like, you shouldn't do it. Flip side, you don't need to lose your job over it. Like, that's crazy.
No, that's not.
Facebook was going wild over that stuff, dude. It was insane.
Yeah.
Facebook was going absolutely wild. I only know that because somebody posted screenshots of Facebook and what they were saying about it. They were livid.
Yeah. Got a little spring portal action, spring portal palooza, and then we got some talk about the future of college athletics. Man, going into the season, you're really getting a feel about how these rosters are shaping up with all these spring portal additions. You feel like it's the last piece of the puzzle. I mean, Oregon added a punter. I mean, I guess that's all they needed. You got people out here adding quarterbacks, wide receivers, defensive linemen. But
some teams adding 2 quarterbacks. They happen to be brothers.
Yeah. But if let's just go ahead and jump into that. So
that's so crazy.
Arkansas is seeking $200,000 from Madden Amavaleva.
Almost.
Madden, I'ma leave your team and steal your money.
Oh man.
But same thing with Nico.
Yeah, I don't think Tennessee's officially done it yet, but I know Arkansas's going to do it. I don't know if it's like officially official, but like
I feel like that's an interesting point you bring up because you feel like Tennessee would do it even more because there's no way in hell Madden's contract was more expensive than Nico's. Like,
yeah, it might just be more of a I don't want to say like a PR thing or maybe like a future thing they're looking at, but it does speak to, what the future landscape of college football could look like. Because if this is, the norm now, it kind of takes away the, how do I want to phrase this? It kind of takes not the availability, but just like the freedom that they had for a little bit of where we could just go wherever we want. Doesn't matter about the money. Like if teams start doing that and wanting their money back, I mean, honestly, I think they should get their money back because like if you can't just take somebody's money and then do it, like that's crazy to me. So yeah, I mean the whole situation kind of sucks, and it does suck that we have to keep talking about it, but it is the only thing that's really going on, and B, an important thing that could shape how the rest of the stuff goes, especially if there's no, overarching body of college football. Like if it's just free reign, then this is just going to become normal. And I also saw something where Trump was wanting to do like an executive order.
Man,
That's not even. It's a rumor. You literally can't do that. Yeah, you literally can't. He literally can't do that.
I'm a do bad things. Like I'm gonna throw my towel through this freaking camera if the Wall Street Journal tries to report one time of our sacred game of college football. Like, keep yo Yankee stanky mouse out of there, out of our holy place, please.
Speaking of the Yankees, did you see them against the Orioles? Crazy. Anyways,
sorry. I haven't watched baseball in a minute, but sum it up.
They went back to back to back, and then a triple, and then another home run. It was nuts.
Who was
that was the first 5 batters of the game?
Charlie Morton?
No, somebody making their first start of the year. Some old dude. Don't know who it was.
Well, at least he was old. But damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like as you had said earlier, it sucks that we have to keep talking about it, but like it is something that could really. It's like, what am I trying to? How am I trying to say this? It could be the beginning of something bigger down the line.
It's the beginning of something way bigger. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a question. I think it's well known, and that's why these people that are trying to put their noggins together are, I don't know what the NCAA is trying to do. They've got this court ruling coming up in about like 7 or so days, but like we're about to get some big booms out here in the college football landscape of what the future may look like and how the leadership may look and how some things are starting to fall. And hopefully the NCAA starts to fall.
Would you want that to happen, like a full-fledged fallout?
Like the NCAA itself, yes, because they've done so much more harm than they have good. Like, you just can't there's so many years, so many people, so many things across so many sports. Like, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but like, you've had enough of funneling this money and milking this cash cow. Like, it's time for some real people to actually give a crap about sports and, kids looking at opportunities from, like just the reality of like how life is. Like, they got phased out, the other people. I mean, they should have been phased out a long time ago. So, I mean, like, if hypothetically, if the NCAA was to be like somewhat of a good leadership and like, I'm not like stereotyping old, like all people in power in the United States, but they're all old people. They're all behind the times. So, I mean, like, if there was some sort of, kind of whole leadership group that was really with the times and with the direction of where college athletics needs to go, I'd be like, if that was the NCAA, but it's not. It's still Charlie Baker and a bunch of grumpy old white people trying to keep their jobs.
Yeah, I would be all for the, downfall of the NCAA, but if there's no structure, like immediately after, if there's no group that's already said they're going to step in and, be able to protect some of these sports and other stuff like that, I feel like a lot of things would crumble, especially like if I'm just thinking about all the other sports that, football kind of takes care of. Because, I mean, football is the revenue sport that,
dude, a lot of stuff. Like 70% of all other sports are negative revenue. Like a typical SEC basketball team's like revenue or like what the university has to pay total is usually comes out negative.
I'm pretty sure the only one. I mean, a few baseball teams and a couple more basketball teams have profits, but like that's it. Like that is literally it. It's a
like
sad
women's
reality.
Like I hate to put it this way, but like women's basketball, like outside of like maybe 3 schools, is like every single school is taking a deficit to.
That's how men's basketball is, especially for Georgia up until like last year. I mean, we were definitely in net profit. Like we did not make money off of that.
Nope.
Guaranteed. Men's or women's. Baseball games used to be free. I'm pretty sure. Or they were like, no, softball games were free. Georgia softball games were free. Georgia baseball games were like $8. Like,
damn, man,
5 years ago. Now they're a little more expensive because they got better. But yeah, it's the only thing that was a profit was football at Georgia. And granted, last year we made a bunch of money off football, but still, like, it sucks because if the NCAA falls like that, the only thing that's going to survive at a bunch of these schools is football. All the other sports are going to be cooked. And I mean, and it's not really a problem for the bigger schools. It's a problem for the mid majors and the schools below that.
Yeah.
That's the issues. It's like, just for example, like Tulane, how are they going to pay for their sports teams without, if all of the powers of football with Big Ten, SEC, and maybe a couple teams out of the Big 12 and the ACC and Notre Dame all come together and make a 40-team league, right? 40, 50, whatever. And everybody else is excluded and they don't have TV rights, anything like that. Nobody's watching. They're cooked.
That's what I was saying when the Pac-2 was the Pac-2. Like, you look at, like, they don't have any TV revenue. They got to pay all these coaches. You got to pay for all this travel and airfare. You got to pay for all these players.
Yep.
I mean, like, I think you can probably go search it up in my tweets. I don't think 2025. I'd be shocked if Oregon State and Washington. Wazoo is so interesting, but I would really be shocked if they were as relevant as they even are now. And that's like giving them like a little bit of a like exaggeration.
And I mean, they're trying to make the Pac-12 again, but like it's just not. I don't think it's going to be the same thing. There's no way it's going to be the same thing.
It's not, because they're not going to be competitive. It's just going to become.
They don't have the fan bases. They don't have.
It's just become the Mountain West, because you're just going to get that team that it's like, okay, it's got this cool player, can make the playoff, got the 1 year strike of lightning, and then you're just like, okay, well, see you in 7 years.
And I'd love to be wrong. Would love to be. I would love for the Pac-12 to be able to save itself, or the Pac-2 now, whatever the Pac, whatever they're going to be. But would love for them to be able to save themselves and, continue to make strides in college football, even after all those teams that left. But it's just, it doesn't seem possible, especially if the SEC and Big Ten and Notre Dame and.
I mean, the Big Ten's and damn
20-team league.
Washington and California and Oregon. Like, what?
It's the Big 20 now. Like, it's
yeah.
insane. And they're going to keep growing. Like,
you got the ACC in California too, man. I mean, jeez.
And the SEC is falling behind the Big Ten. They're going to.
Yeah. No, they're
especially if they don't remove that the conference whatever, what's his name? Whatever Chris talked about last week.
Oh, he's talking about the interconference spring transfer.
Yeah, that. Ever since he said that, I've realized now, like, that is huge. Because everybody that leaves, Georgia has lost like 6 players to Purdue.
Okay, but subtract 2 from that.
What do you mean?
Subtract 2.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like we still lost them, and they still went to Purdue. And I'm just saying, like, they all are going to the Big Ten because they can't go to the SEC. Because Auburn used to be the place where if anybody got kicked off their team, they go to Auburn.
I mean, who was it? I think Ra Thomas took a visit there after he got kicked off Georgia in the middle of the season.
I tweeted that. I said, I guarantee.
Like, I took a picture of whatever Instagram story he had up, and he tagged his location, Auburn, Alabama. I mean, just stupid.
If a Georgia player ever gets kicked off of the team, they will at least make an appearance in Auburn, Alabama.
Hey, Cam Newton got kicked off Florida. He went to Auburn.
Cam Newton, the Auburn quarterback that was a wide receiver at Georgia. They ended up beating us off of the Hail Mary play.
Oh, Nick Marshall.
I promise you, if a Georgia player or anybody gets kicked off of their team, I'll bet you $5 that they will make an appearance in Auburn, Alabama. It's just a guaranteed thing to happen. They take anybody.
That's pretty good. Did you see that? Did you see this kid that flipped for the 7th time today that committed to Ole Miss?
Did he commit to Ole Miss or Florida?
No, he was a Florida commit and he flipped to Ole Miss. Now look at this crap, dude.
Oh, that's why Gator.
Look at this crap.
I thought Gator season was laughing at him for committing to Florida. Okay.
No.
Or wait, maybe he tweeted out his old. I don't know.
Look at this graphic. So Louisville to Syracuse to Florida State to Florida to Ole Miss. Note, this guy has not even graduated high school yet.
Amen. Let him cook.
And there's no way he sticks with Ole Miss.
I just really dislike agents.
No, it's not his agent. It's just the kid.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's the.
Yeah, I don't like when agents drag kids.
I'm hearing a lot of stories about agents now and how they're
you just got to block out the noise.
Yeah, well, how they're kind of, I think it was Brooks Austin that said this, but agents are kind of deciding where kids go to school now because they'll be like, I'm talking to this school and we get some more money. He said that in his latest episode, but
I'll keep my mouth shut, but I'll say this: you know who you are, you little sap story. I try to say some people were coming after your mama, and then you became a whole hypocrite, and you got something to do with Colorado Buffalo, so you know who you are. But
I don't want no smoke.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all do.
I'm keeping it at that, but that was pathetic.
I don't know what y'all do.
I didn't. Yeah,
I'm just a comedian.
I'm just here.
Somebody got mad at me. And they were like, "You have no idea how to break down film." I was like, "I don't think I've ever broke down film in my life."
Who told you had to? Who told you that?
I'm not, it was one of my friends. It was one of my friends. It was one of my friends. I was like, dude, I didn't play football past 5th grade. I'm just a fan.
Dude, I played flag football. I played flag football. I didn't know. I
had one 50-yard touchdown, and I never got the ball again. So technically, I averaged 50 yards a carry.
Hell yeah!
But like no, it was just funny. He's like, you have no idea how to break down film. I was like, you're right.
I'm learning. Like it's hard. It is so hard because just like these guys just decipher what these defenses are in like 5 seconds. I'm like, all right, you got to chill out. Like I'm going to like my bread and butter. All right, they in cover 2? No. All right. Well, now I got to really, really figure out what they're in. So
I've been watching one of my friends. He's been making these YouTube videos. His Twitter is AV3YN, Avian, I'm pretty sure, or Avin. But he's been breaking down some Falcons film and stuff like that. It's just, little bits and pieces, but it's learning along the way. It's cool. Shout out.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I broke some news a good couple of times today, or tried to keep up with the news a good couple of times for the transfer portal today. Had a little bit of a busy day, but if y'all have not joined the community yet, pull it up. Am I allowed to just pull up?
You can show you could share your screen to show the community like what it is, but
yeah, I'm just not trying to have the feed just itself on there. Hold on. All right, I'll just go to my profile. All right, here we go. Right here in my profile, I created a community because communities are very important. I know communities are kind of filled with bots, the whole app. I mean, what isn't filled with bots these days? Besides this video coming to you from 2 real people. There's a lot of bots out in this world. But please, I'm telling you, go click and just click join. Just type some random letters or whatever into the questionnaire. I have it on private so I can choose who to accept and who to reject. So I don't have to deal with bots at all ever. So I can just keep it, good myself. And it's a place where I want people that are content creators like us. I mean, you could be a professional at on Rivals. What do you want to call that now? On Rivals? Rivals on?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you'd have to.
On Rivals. Rivals on 3, whatever you want to call it. Like we've got one of my buddies, Dalton, he's in there from PFF. You got Onid, who's in there, NFL guy. I mean, you got Texas high school football and Trey that's in there. I mean, there's great people in here. And my goal is to make a positive area where people can connect and just ask questions and just, be normal. Like literally that's one of the rules. Just be normal. So please, we got like 23 people in there right now. Building up the numbers so we can get to brainstorming some ideas about what kind of, because you can do spaces within the community.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
So like it's like a private space. So like that'd be really neat, wouldn't it? With like some cool people, right?
Yeah.
So that would be really cool, and just if people consider it a common ground, they'll you'll get to know them better. They'll actually be present there sometimes. And then you can also just connect with some people you never know who, would have met. Like, I just stumbled across Chandler's Twitter one day on the web. I don't know how, but it happened. It was probably through one of the communities, or just like, that's how tweets work. You click and it takes some of your data, your information, what you're clicking on, and, it formulates your timeline into all that. So I don't know. I'm just trying to promote positive things out there, man, because it's got too many negative people out there.
Like me.
Yeah, me too.
I like being a hater though. Somebody's got to hate.
Yeah,
I sound like Shaq. Don't get me started on Shaq. Oh my god.
You got a porta potty behind you?
Huh?
You got a porta potty behind you? Nah, you not see Shaq the other day?
There's a spider behind me though. I'm glad. Good call out. Hold on.
Is it big?
Not really. Just big enough to where I'll notice it.
No, go kill it, cuz.
Oh yeah. Give me 1 second. I don't know.
Smack it.
Here we are with the Steve Irwin show. Oh!
Who's the alligator guy? Oh, legend. He died.
I would show, but it's kind of down there, and I don't want to pick my camera up. I don't know. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm not doing it with my hand. You know what? That's a problem for future me. We'll figure it out.
We got 107 in here, man. That's pretty good for a Friday. That's pretty good.
I wish we had a. That's not concurrent.
I know, but still, that's good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I will take it too.
107 people got to view my last stream.
Yeah, right.
Before the spider kills me. Better move out.
Spider, man.
Did you see Peter Burns kill that snake?
No, but he said, "What does it look like?" And he said the snake, and I said that looks like NIL agents.
It was. I'm pretty sure it was a copperhead.
Yeah, no, it was, but I could see it was right there in his neck, it was dead. It was very dead.
Should have just put the NCAA as where the head was, the NCAA logo. That would have been perfect.
It's pretty fitting.
Cut the head off the snake. Georgia's up 1-0.
What do you got? You got some thoughts on next year at all?
In that, I saw where a Tennessee fan said that a nightmare season for them was 8-4. I think Josh Pate had also said this, but I saw a tweet about it.
You want to give me you want me to give you a hot take?
Sure.
You know that guy that just got in the portal, Joey Aguilar?
Mm-hmm.
I do not think he will start for Tennessee, and whenever he plays for Tennessee, I think he will very much hurt their team. I do not think he's very good. Is this spider big, dude?
No, but it disappeared.
Oh.
So, if you see something cross my face, give me a call.
Yeah, I will.
You keep talking. I'm gonna just keep
going. So Joey Aguilar transferred in from UCLA the other day. I was kind of weird. Y'all probably saw it too. The world announced that he was going to Tennessee, and then 3 days later, it's yeah, it's actually happening. And we were all just I thought it already happened. But yeah, I'm just going back and looking at some of his numbers and stuff. From
located this spot.
App State was a little bit of a mess last year. But the year before that was really good. But also Tennessee has that wide receiver core was so, I don't even know how to describe that last year. And I don't think it's the best in the whole wide world this year. So we'll have to see where Tennessee actually is. I do think 8-4 is almost kind of, I don't think Tennessee's going to contend. So, I don't think we
ran away.
I'm really interested to see what Georgia looks like because there's not a whole lot of commotion out of Athens about
7-5.
Yeah, 7-5.
7-5.
I mean,
7-5.
I mean, the SEC could be really mid this year. I mean, Ole Miss doesn't have anything special. I mean, Mississippi State. I don't know who. I mean, Arkansas is like okay. Missouri's I don't think they're going to be that
Auburn.
good.
Auburn.
Auburn to Hugh Freeze and all their money. They got Jackson Arnold.
I'm seeing some people talk about Oklahoma a little too much.
I don't think they're wrong. I think they should be talking about.
I'm a hater. That's the only.
I think
I'm in a group chat with a bunch of OU fans. I just
top 5 team in the SEC right now, going in next year. But I don't think South Carolina's going to be very good. I don't believe in La Goggles. I don't believe in him. I think he got blessed by his D-line, and that's not against him. I don't believe in Shane Beamer. I don't believe he has the pieces around him to help him.
See,
but they're paying him like $3 million. So, like, go get your money, fool.
I feel that way about Nussmeier. I'm not a big believer in Nussmeier.
Well, I despise Brian Kelly. That guy sucks as a human being.
What do you mean? We love sweet tea.
That guy is an evil human.
Go Tigers.
That guy is the opposite of what a coach is at Notre Dame.
But he's real country.
He's also real. He's real Jesus too. Yep. But I mean, LSU is going to be pretty good. I mean, Nussmeier's really good. Yeah, Florida is like, I don't know, but Kentucky's going to suck.
Florida, look.
I mean, like, who else? Who am I missing?
Because now they don't have to worry about Tennessee. I mean, to be honest, Florida has never had to worry about.
Texas A&M's going to be all right.
Yeah, Florida's never had to worry about Tennessee in the first place, so
they'll
be all right
Texas
there.
Going to be good.
Yeah.
But I already talked about Texas. I don't need to tell you twice. I don't need to tell you twice.
Texas has a $190 million roster, so I mean, you
know.
It's crazy how their roster is almost more in millions than they had rushing yards in 2 games against us. Nuts. And if you're going game-to-game basis, their roster is more in millions than they had.
I don't know what Alabama's going to look like next year.
I don't think Alabama knows what Alabama's going to look like next year.
I mean, Kalen DeBoer's got to get them. He's got to get those guys tough because.
Also, who is the wide receiver that Alabama had to pay all that money to because he wanted to come back and be like a dynamic receiver? Mbakwe?
Jalen Mbakwe. Yeah, there's a big rumor out there that Ole Miss threw a real big bag at him, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna take it." And
he's also on the reserves. Wait, he hit the portal?
But then he came back like 2 days later.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he did it again.
No.
Because the thing just came out that he was on like the reserves.
Like right now in spring?
Yeah.
Oh, you tell me somebody's on the reserves right now in spring. I don't care. Like, that is so irrelevant. Like, you can tell me that he didn't, like, there's still so much time that can change. I mean, like, yeah, that is nothing. Everybody's on the reserves right now.
I know. I meant like they had a first string, a second string. And
then... He was out there starting games as a freshman last year. I think he'll be out there as a sophomore, especially with what they're paying him.
That's why I was.
And especially because he's like Ryan Williams' best friend.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, the Big Ten is better than the SEC by a lot right now. It's not close. Like, who do you guys your natty contenders next year? I got Clemson. I hate to say this, I got Penn State in there now because they got a freaking second wide receiver. Oregon, Texas. I mean, you may call me crazy, but Texas Tech is going to be a playoff team because the Big 12 is pretty stinky. And they just went and got everybody with that oil money that they had. Joey McGuire is a great coach. So Texas Tech, I mean, who am I missing? Maybe Ohio State. I don't know. They got super young quarterbacks.
I have no idea who would be a group of 6 team this year.
I'm trying to think, dude.
Hey, you know what? Throw Sacramento State up there. Come on.
Sac State with Jaden.
Be real. Be real. Come on.
Coach Marion. Shout out my guy. Go Sacramento. UNLV got Justin Flo today. Dan Musty over there. You don't like Dan Musty and his wife kissing?
Oh no, Dan was propping up Kirby these past couple of years, so cool guy.
All right. No, he was. Wait. Is that stat? Did you just admit that was stat pad? Did you just admit that Dan was helping Kirby stat pad?
No, not stat pad. I was saying he was propping him up, talking good about him.
Oh, but he was also making his record look good because he kept losing.
Yeah,
looked like stat
pad. They won in 2020.
Once.
I hung a banner for it. So
Texas A&M hung a banner for that Orange Bowl season too in 2020. My man's getting the calls.
I know.
But yeah, I think college football is going to be so weird next year. It's not even going to be funny.
Yeah, it really does suck. As much as I was all for the I don't want to say player empowerment, but more so just players, getting paid what they deserve. But this is a whole new
dude. Did you see the Clemson basketball player that's all of a sudden playing football? I don't know how that eligibility works because he used up all of his eligibility for basketball, and all of a sudden,
no idea.
They keep saying that he's on the football roster, but there's nothing about eligibility. Like this guy just played 4 years of basketball.
I don't think the NCAA knows either. So,
I mean, what happened to all these guys that played football and basketball and they were paired together? They're what?
I thought it just went by the years that you were at the school. You could play two sports
that's
at
what
one
I thought
time,
too. It's not rocket science, is it? Apparently it is.
Sports dying.
Dead in the water, man.
Tough scene.
That's all I got for today. Is that all you got?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody, on this fine Friday evening. Make sure you are following me and Chandler on X. Oh, I forgot to put the thing in the banner. 3, 2, 1. All right, you see that thing below? While Chandler's getting his phone called, go follow us on X at the usernames provided below. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and like this video. And yeah, that's pretty much all the socials we have. I may start a TikTok before the season. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know. I can't stand that app, dude. But all right, this man Chandler's getting phone calls out of the rear end. See y'all next week.
All right, see y'all.